Welcome back to EU4. We're currently watching Angola try and crush their enemies. Currently, Angola is at war with Kakunja and Karagwe. And Karagwe, for its part, is also in. No, actually, they are not in another war, but they are not sending their army in to support Kakunja. So they're basically a worthless ally for the most part. Beyond that, Angola does have some rebels over here. 13,000 Lollard heretics. Um, don't know how to say Lollard. To be honest, I didn't even think Lollards could pop up in this game. Give me a moment. Just like a thing that's happening in other places. Hussite? What? What? Lollards? In what game? In what universe did EU4 add a Lollard to the game? I actually hope that these guys win. I only thought they were in CK2. Okay, so that's something I've never seen before. But beyond that, Angola does not actually have enough troops right now to fight those 13,000 heretics, but at some point they probably could. Beyond that, though, Kikunja is trying to siege a fort that they do not have enough people to siege, and Buha and Rwanda are in a death war pretty much, with Buha currently having the upper hand since they are allied to Kazembe, which should allow them to siege down the fort at Induga. And of course, Rwanda hasn't even actually begun sieging the fort at Ruguru, so it's pretty much easy to say that Buha is going to win this war. And I forgot to unpause. So there goes some minutes off the time right there. And that's pretty much it for now. Beyond these Lollard heretics winning, there's not much else that we didn't really see in the last episode. So let's just sit around, wait until one of these. Okay, never mind. A fort has officially fallen. The fort at Induga. And Rwanda is probably going to get sieged down at some point, and then they're going to march upon and defeat the Rwandan army. So either way, it looks like Rwanda is pretty much done. All it takes is that to full siege them, and they only need a little bit more to wipe out the army. Which that army is just sitting there. Just sitting there, doing absolutely nothing. Beyond that, nothing else is going down. They're still not properly sieging the fort at Benguela. The heretics have finished up in Soyo, though, and are probably going to be moving on to Impemba and so on. It would be interesting for Angola to turn into a Lollard nation. I doubt it's going to happen, but it would be cool to see. But the more these provinces get sieged down, I think the more that they turn Lollard, or if they capture a province, it should turn Lollard, I think. I think that's how it works, possibly. I hope that's how it works. Yes, that is exactly how it works. Wait, maybe it's not. Occupied by Lollard heretics. Maybe it's not. Oh, okay. The province is not actually Lollard. It's just occupied by Lollards. Okay, that makes sense. Hopefully the Lollards do take over. Hopefully eventually this turns into being a Lollard province, but probably won't for a long time, and that is saddening. Beyond that, it does look like Rwanda has been full sieged down, and Buha is now left to try and deal with the Rwandan separatists. And they took down the fort at Nduga, so I would assume that these separatists should have a very easy time recapturing their country. As long as these guys don't actually pull off the miracle of a century. And that's pretty much it for now. Ooh, actually, it's not. I think, yeah, they can now siege down Benguela. Will they be able to siege it before Upemba falls? That's more debatable. I think they probably can. I don't really. Hmm. They might be able to. This is a level 3 fort, so they do actually get uh, the benefit of that being a weaker fort. I just don't know if they would be able to accomplish much. Beyond that, they are on the same military tech, so as long as Kakunja can get Karagwe to actually join in, they may actually have a chance at beating the Angolan army. Of course, that may not happen, and Karagwe has been seen to be just sitting there, so who really knows? And we're going to see what happens next time whenever one of these forts falls or hits 1492, whichever one happens first. Huge announcement. Angola only has 8.5k troops, and unfortunately, that is not enough to siege down a level 3 fort. On the other hand, though, Benguela has fallen, and it appears that Kakunja now has 12,000 soldiers. This is not going to be very good for Angola, no matter what way you look at it, and it looks like Kakunja may have just won. Beyond that, Buha, or a fight up here with the Rwandan separatists, is going to go down. Let's see how that goes. It's looking pretty even, actually. Surprisingly even. Although it looks like Buha might lose just because they have a smaller amount of troops. They're fighting good, though. And Buha's lost. Yeah, they've lost. Cool. So now I can guarantee that Rwanda is going to regain its independence, almost certainly. And now I think there's going to be a battle. No, they're moving to Sungwe. Where is this? Oh, there they are. They're going to that province? Okay. Have any of these turned Lawlord yet? No. I really hope they do. What is the goal of this rebellion anyways? Who knows. But this army is just completely collapsing at the seams. They really need to just get off that province and start regaining their manpower. Beyond that, it is 1492, so let's see if there's any colonies. Right off the bat, let's look down here in the south. Nothing's really going down. I do see Portugal and Brazil. They have 3 provinces so far. Not too bad, not too bad. Spain is over here in Santo Domingo, or at least Castile. They haven't at least integrated Aragon yet. Beyond that, I am not seeing anyone else. Powhatan. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone else at the moment. Yep. Looks like they're pretty well in safe. Oh, Bermuda has been captured by Castile. There you go. Something else at least talk about. And absolutely nothing else. So basically just Portugal and Castile. Nothing else on Africa except for Arguin has fallen to Castile. Beyond that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And beyond that, it does look like the Angolan army has been defeated over here in Upemba. Not too surprising there, fairly obvious in my opinion. It looks like Buha got declared war upon by Burundi, and they are just fighting Burundi. Is Burundi fighting anyone in particular? Yes, they are fighting Buha and Kazembe. Kazembe should have the tech bonus, and they have a slight tech. No, actually, Burundi actually has a tech bonus against Kazembe and Buha, so that's only going to help Burundi in that case. There is actually a fort at Kusu that is Surprising that they kept that up. That will be able to stall the um, Kakunjan army for a while. It might not stop them for long though, because it looks like the Lollard heretics might actually move on at Kusu. And I don't know if the Lollards would be able to take them out, but if anyone is, it probably would be them at this point. And I'm seriously not seeing anything else that I could say is like, Lollard, what are you guys doing? Are you not going to do anything? Question mark, question mark. You need to do something, man. Although, the Angolans did make a mistake. They are trying to siege down Soyo. And these guys appear to be heading right back over to Soyo. Good job, Angola. You have now just stack wiped your entire army. I guarantee that's what about it is to happen. This is going to be a massacre. And I'm going to laugh. I am going to laugh. They were going to do so well, and then they did this. Okay, never mind. They stopped. At least they're marching to Nunu. Hopefully that stops something bad from happening. Hopefully. And Karagwe has decided to join the fight. They have sieged down Keunde and is moving in on Ishindi and Chokwe. So it does look like Angola's about to get horribly disfigured, and they have basically run the course of their life. They are about to get dismantled, almost certainly. Because I cannot believe that Kazembe is probably not going to try and jump on this. Especially since Kazembe is probably trying to run laps around with Burundi. Because Burundi definitely wants to try and beat Kazembe up. Beyond that, the Angolan army is moving down to Luanda. Okay, they're going to try and siege back their capital, which is probably the smart idea since Kikunja is trying to take their last fort at Kusu. Kikunja also has 10,000 manpower, so they're looking pretty good actually. The Congo has none still. They probably should have waited just a little bit longer before they declared a war. None of these provinces have converted to Lollardism, but I'm still waiting. I would love to see that happen. So much so, so much so. Looks like the fort at Kusu is probably going to fall before anything actually happens at Benguela, but it was an idea. Definitely was an idea. And it definitely will since they just split up. I'll come back when there's actually something amazing going on, I guess. But for now, see you later. Benguela has fallen, but so has Kusu. The heretics did actually battle some of Kura, and it looks like, I mean, Kakunja's just retreating backwards a little bit, sieging down Hemba. They still have 9,000 little manpower, and Angola has none at the moment. To be honest, if I was Angola right now, I would not be trying to go to Mbata. You are just trying to ask for the destruction of 1,000 suns. I guarantee it. And it looks like the Lollard heretics are moving probably towards... Okay, they were going to go towards them, but then they stopped. Instead, the heretics are moving to Impasu, and we're going to see if they can make any moves towards that. Yep, not going to do much. Kazembe's over here doing who knows what. Kakunja's doing stuff. Angola apparently had some manpower, so they just spent it. And Kakunja is moving probably towards Benguela, if I had to guess. Probably not the smartest idea, since Angola is now re-gearing up for war. But it's something to do, I guess. Probably not the smartest idea. We're gonna see if that ends them. Lollard heretics are just sitting there. That's cool. Burundi has managed to get 9,000 troops and is officially sieging Raguru. With no help, by the way. That's a OPM beating up this guy by itself. Also, Buha only has 6,000 troops and is just sitting there, not even trying anything. And their ally Kazembe has officially basically become the worst ally in the world. Kakunja appears to be going towards Kasanje or Kasanhe, either one. If I was Angola, I'd probably head down south and try to beat this army before I can link up with Karagwe. But who really knows? Karagwe is actually not at war with anyone else as well. With Borneo actually capturing whatever this southern territory was, Busoga, I think. I just totally missed that war, but that definitely happened. Because they definitely growed a little bit. Which actually, Borneo shouldn't only have actually spawned in that one. So they actually took over Bunko, whatever spawns in this area. Oh no, they just completely just took out this entire region, huh? Or maybe not. I have no idea who they took out for that. I'm guessing they took out someone though. Kikunja has made it back down to Benguela, and it looks like Karagwe might actually be in the crosshairs of these Lollard heretics. Totally depends though. No, it doesn't look like they will be. The heretics are just sitting around for now, not doing all that much. These guys are just running around sieging down random provinces. Probably not the best idea. And it's antagonizing the one people I would not be antagonizing right now. Karagwe might actually be going home. Or they're just sitting there. They're just sitting there. So if I had to guess, the Lollard heretics and Angola are probably just going to destroy each other without actually making any significant progress. At least for now. So the peace deal has in fact kicked off. Angola has been left with the majority of their country, while Kikunja has taken over quite a few little tiny territories. Now, will Kikunja actually be able to keep this territory is completely up for debate. Because I guarantee rebels are already beginning to do what they do best, rebel. It will take a little bit for them to actually pop up, but since there's only one fort in this entire country, it wouldn't be too hard for them to retake their country. And the Lollard heretics are literally just moving around randomly. I have no idea where they're actually heading. They're heading towards Luba right now. Okay. I'm actually interested. They're going on a cross-country trek to Kusu. Okay. Not the worst place in the world. I guess not the worst place in the world. Is Kakunja... No, they're still allied with Karagwe, and they may actually try and go to war with Kazembe next, since they're on such a big roll, apparently. And if they do not get destroyed by rebels, I should also say that they could totally just get obliterated by rebels. I mean, look at this. Chokwe, down in the south, that is probably a part of someone. That is actually a part of Angola. Okay. Leinwa is Lunda, so that's not good for them. That is a part of Kalundwe, which, yeah, Kalundwe. That is a part of Luba. So basically, their entire country, except for that one province, can easily just rebel from them. Easily. Except for their main territories and that one. And even then, this one is still a core of Angola. So that one could definitely try and break free as well. Beyond that, though, these heretics might be able to make some sort of change in Angola, but I doubt it at this point. Really, I'm just hoping that Angola can get its manpower up and possibly fight back against Kikunja. Burundi has almost sieged down Raguru, and these Rwandan rebels are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. But they should eventually win, in theory. Although it is starting to look much more even. No, the rebels have lost. How sad. And Buha has actually beaten their rebels back as well. That is kind of weird. But they haven't sieged back, but unpronounceable. Um, which will probably might hurt them. I won't say probably, it might just hurt them. Who knows though? Has any of these turned Lollard? Nope. Should have waited a couple more years. Although Catholic Zealots actually popped up. That's cool. Let's see here. Have any more forts been made by chance? No. Any of them I can see? They just brought down their military to 3,000. Oh my. I've seen this so many times that super small nations with like 6,000 K armies will immediately expand after a war that they just barely won and then reduce their army size. It's like Paraguay. They had like 5,000 going into the war, and for some reason they just reduced that number. And now don't know if they'll be able to deal with the rebel issue at all. And I guarantee that Kakunja will almost certainly face a rebel issue within a certain amount of time. Almost certainly. And Burundi really isn't doing much at the moment. They actually can't siege down Raguru, so they are kind of left in a pitiful position. That if Buha and Kazembe did combine, they probably could beat the Burundian army and basically take over Burundi very, very easily, without a doubt in my mind. The first white peace that we've seen so far has happened between Burundi and Buha. Both of them have just kind of given up and peace has been established. Instead of Kakunja just immediately going into civil war, it does appear that Angola is going to have to deal with a few more problems. They're fighting a couple little rebel stacks, and they're already trying to beat one in Songwe. And they have actually chosen Kilwa as a rival, surprisingly enough. But at this point, I think Kilwa is much more capable and powerful than poor old Angola. And Angola really isn't looking all that good right now. They could be taken over by Kakunja, but I kind of doubt they will. Hopefully they can reestablish themselves, but at this point it's debatable.